Sometimes I feel like people get mixed up about what intention really means. Let me share my take on it. Intention is about being clear on what you want. It might sound simple, but the challenge arises when stress hormones mess with our analytical minds. In those moments, we might say we want something, but then start adding conditions and concerns, trying to control every aspect of our lives. True intention, though, is more straightforward. It's about expressing your desires, like wanting healing, a new job, or a fresh relationship. When you ask open-ended questions like, what would it be like to be in love? Or, what if I had a new job? Your brain's creative center, the frontal lobe, kicks in. It connects different parts of your brain, drawing on your intellectual knowledge and life experiences to form a clear picture. That's your intention. Adding details like the amount of money you want to make or the conditions of a job enhances this vision. Your intention becomes a symbol, like a picture of a retreat center representing your dream. As you immerse yourself in this vision, your brain doesn't distinguish between the imagined and real experiences. This mental rehearsal rewires your brain towards the future, making it a map for what lies ahead. But here's the key. To give life to your intention, you must combine it with emotion. Your body, as the unconscious mind, doesn't know if an emotion comes from a real-life experience or a fabricated one. So you can't wait for healing to feel wholeness. You must feel whole for healing to occur. The same goes for relationships. Feel loved first, and a fulfilling relationship will find you. Empower yourself with the emotion of empowerment before landing that new job. In essence, we're flipping the script. Instead of waiting for external changes to influence how we feel, we change our thoughts and emotions first. In this quantum model, you must alter your mindset and emotions before the desired experience manifests. It's about causing an effect, making the shift from the old model of waiting for external changes to the new model of creating change from within. If someone is searching for love, instead of looking outside, they should think about the kind of person they want to fall in love with. That's setting an intention. It's like sending out waves of information about what you want. But here's the thing, that information needs a carrier, and that carrier is the feeling of love. If you want to be in a loving relationship, you have to bring love into the relationship. It's like saying, I want to be with you, and I'm ready to give and receive love. Now, if your personality shapes your reality, and your personality is made up of how you think, act, and feel, then your present reality is a result of your current thoughts, actions, and emotions. So, to create a new reality, you need to start thinking about what you're thinking about and become aware of your unconscious habits. You also need to check the emotions you've memorized, those feelings that keep you tied to the past. Decide if those emotions belong in your future. Most people try to create a new reality with the same old mindset, but that doesn't work. You can't bring lack into a future where you want wealth. You can't feel sick and expect to be healthy. It's about identifying with your future self and leaving behind emotions that don't match where you want to go. To stay on track, you have to be aware all the time. Don't let thoughts slip by that take you back to your old self. Don't react emotionally to things that make you feel like your old self. Avoid complaining, blaming, and making excuses. You have to maintain this new state for a while until your body catches up, because changing at the body and brain level takes repetition, consciousness, and will. For those struggling to get out of their own way, here are some tips. First, learn. Fill your brain with knowledge through books or inspiring videos. Knowledge prepares you for the changes you want. When you feel off track, it's often because of emotions clouding your vision. So, start each day by taking time for yourself. Ask, what is the greatest expression of myself today? Imagine how a great person would think, act, and feel, and teach your body to feel that way. Commit to staying in this positive state throughout the day, regardless of external circumstances. And here's the thing, when you consistently maintain this modified state, something unusual will happen in your life. Synchronicities, serendipities, and coincidences will occur, unexpected events that show you're in sync with a higher consciousness. It's like you're dancing between your free will and a greater consciousness. When this happens, be bold enough to ask for a sign from the Creator, a subtle clue that they're present. It could be as simple as a red balloon flying by the window, a little crumb that lets you know you're on the right path. So, when all this starts to happen, you find yourself reacting differently. You're less likely to judge your coworkers, and you won't easily get upset in traffic. You become the person who lets others go first because you're not in a rush. When mystical experiences start feeding your brain with profound insights, there's only one natural response to give. You can't help but share that transformative energy, and going back to business as usual is not an option. Is it worth the effort? Absolutely, yes. Over the past few years, we've been digging into the effects of meditation on people attending our workshops. We use brain mapping, a technique that helps us understand what's going on inside the brain. Why did we start this? Well, during our events, we saw incredible changes, people healing from diseases in real time. When someone with MS gets up from a wheelchair and walks, it's like their genes are switching on and off, making healthier proteins. We wanted to measure these changes, so we brought in scientists and researchers from around the world. We've done brain scans on over 2,500 students during 7 events. Why? Because if we can measure the brain activity before and after an event, we can gather valuable information. We look for things like coherence, amplitudes, how fast they enter a certain state, and how long they can stay in that state. By correlating this with their experiences, we gain insights for teaching transformation. We've also measured hearts because when the heart is coherent, the brain follows suit. Coherence in both centers leads to a sense of wholeness. We even measured the energy in the room and around people's bodies. Why? Because as they free themselves from stress and emotional addictions, they transition from matter to energy, releasing light and photons. In the last 3 years, we believe we've made scientific history, analyzing hundreds of brains. When people analyze their lives with troubling emotions, they unknowingly make their brains worse. These emotions push the brain into higher states of arousal, keeping them stuck in the past. Understanding this connection between emotions and brain activity is crucial for resolving past issues. So, when people move beyond their emotions, that's when they start finding the answers they've been searching for. We've observed that when individuals focus on external things, like objects and people, driven by stress hormones and fixations on time and body issues, there's little impact on their brain. However, when someone reaches a state where there's no one, no thing, and no time, essentially pure consciousness, that's when profound changes occur. In this state, they become pure consciousness, detached from their body. It's in this disconnected state that they can heal their body and transform their life. When they go beyond their usual identities, whether it's gender, role, or any label, they gain the ability to create change. This state of being beyond themselves is where they are at their absolute best. Over the past 2 years, we've witnessed our students rapidly shift into meditative states in just a matter of seconds. Some can achieve this in as little as 2, 4, 5, 9, 12, 20, or 30 seconds, a skill that usually takes others a couple of minutes to develop. Additionally, we've recorded brainwave amplitudes that surpass anything seen in traditional clinical settings or the history of neuroscience. In a typical brainwave chart, you might see small waves representing brain activity. However, for our students, the waves are so dynamic and intense that they look like a colorful blend of Crayola crayons, making it challenging to measure conventional brainwave parameters. We found a new way to measure the effects, and the recorded energy levels are off the charts, ranging from 650,000 to 4 million microvolts, well beyond the normal range of 10 to 60 microvolts. This heightened energy indicates that the inner experience during these states is more vivid and impactful than any past trauma. In these intense inner experiences, where amplitudes are exceptionally high, the energy from the present moment rewrites the brain circuitry. This rapid rewiring happens within a second, sending a new emotional signal to the body. In these moments, the past trauma is essentially washed away, leading to a transformative and healing process. We've observed this in numerous cases, highlighting the power of such mystical experiences. Imagine if both of us had our senses boosted by 25%. If I could see 25% better, and you could hear, smell, feel, and taste 25% better too, our awareness would surely increase. Now, when someone has a complete sensory experience without relying on their regular senses, their inner world becomes more real than the outer world. As their heightened senses make everything more vivid, this experience becomes genuinely significant to them. In this state, consciousness leaves remarkable biological footprints. We're repeatedly observing and connecting a person's subjective experience with what's happening in their brain. Their personal stories align with the objective validation of their experiences, often moving them to tears. Importantly, these individuals can't consciously make their brains undergo such transformations. It's happening to them. When a person goes beyond their usual identity, disconnected from external elements, they enter a state of pure consciousness. Surrendering to the infinite consciousness of all that is shifts their focus from particles to possibilities. This shift captures a new stream of consciousness, self-organizing and profoundly energetic. It's like processing a quantum phenomenon in the brain. We're making scientific history by measuring these effects, inviting neuroscientists to witness and study our work. The intense experiences are not seizures but moments where individuals enter a realm beyond space and time. Their lives change permanently, and they find it challenging to return to their previous states. Consider a tennis or snowboarding analogy. After a great moment, the individual enjoys the experience and may want to explore more. Similarly, our students, after experiencing heightened brain waves and energy amplitudes, find their waking moments transformed. Their brains are wired to receive a broader spectrum of reality, allowing them to perceive what others might not see. In an instant, these individuals undergo a rewiring of their neural circuits, changing their state of being profoundly. This transformation is far more impactful than traditional long-term memories, creating new networks of neurons that shape their thoughts, feelings, and overall state of being. If you found value and inspiration in today's video, you will surely like the videos to your left and right. So continue watching and enjoy. Also, I invite you to join our community and subscribe to our channel, sending you love and blessings.